Dr. Alphonzo Monzo explains how mixing and twisting the Bible's instructions with what you put on and in your body creates incoherence with the Aleph-Tav system of Hebraic letters that govern its telecommunications system, a short-circuiting situation that can only spell disaster.
So if we could say, what is the DNA of your garment? Well, what's it made out of? Well, it's made out of thread. So the very thread itself that's being used to make the garment is what it's really, I think it's hitting at here. And that being mixed is the problem. So if that thread is half wool or half linen as the example, then there's a problem when you make that garment out of it. And it's going to start creating incoherence to the body.
That makes sense. I mean, what do you do with thread to make thread? You twist it.
You twist it.
What is a DNA? It's like the double helix.
Yep. And the whole idea of mixing and twisting is a lot of where we get witchcraft, the mixing and twisting of the DNA. So avoid all synthetic materials in the garments. Now, layering different types of garments is fine, I found. So if you had 100% linen and 100% wool and they were layered, it wasn't a problem. So if you had 100% linen dress shirt and a wool jacket, that's fine because they're not the same thread. They're two different garments. So the idea of layering really isn't a problem. And it is best not to wear metal on the body that we find. And what we found with, what I found with the metals is it seems to be the alloys. Almost all forms of metal today are mixed, which is really interesting because when you look at the tabernacle, they were made out of pure metals. 100% gold, 100%, I think, copper. I don't think it was bronze or brass. Bronze and brass are mixtures of copper and alloy. But copper is the original metal, it doesn't have to be mixed. And 100% silver, really interesting. And how did they know how to do that today, but we don't? Because today they say, oh, well, gold's it would be too weak. And it's like, but they were doing it back in the tabernacle. They were able to make pure gold, 100% gold. And so they knew something that we have lost. So I think if we had pure 100% metals, they would be fine. And of course, putting them in the body is really bad because if you have an electrical system in the body and you have metal in the body, well, it's going to reroute the energy, right?
So we're talking about like replacements of certain body parts that are made of metal or like titanium.
Titanium and replacement. Now, usually they use titanium because they say it's hypoallergenic, right? But what they're not thinking about is titanium is known for stealing free electrons, negative electrons. Well, you don't want to be stealing free negative electrons. And so that's going to mess up with the plasma energy circulating through your body. So metal in a body is going to cause interference.